been? How's the preparation been? You got the Blitz coming up. How's the off season been and the prep so far?
Yeah, we got a healthy group going up to the Blitz, which is fantastic, and I think we've managed the first couple of preseason games well so far with how much we wanted people to play. Obviously stretched it a little bit with double overtime games and what we do with people in those, but we saw a great opportunity in both of our preseason games so far to play a lot of our younger guys and see where they were at and really build in our more experienced guys. And so again, there's always a bit of management in the Blitz where you got 3 games in a short period of time, but there's some guys that need to get really solid minutes and good reps together. So we look forward to it.
You won the Blitz last year. Was that a good launching pad for you? And is that the goal, or does that sort of get put to one side? It's more about preparation.
I think what we like about the Blitz system is that that every quarter's its own quarter, and you're trying to win every quarter, and so it brings about a lot of special situations in an area that we want to really continue to grow in this year and be better. And so when we see the 2-minute mark of every one of these quarters, hopefully we execute at a really high level.
So many NBA scouts obviously heading to the Blitz. Do you see players lift a bit when they've got NBA guys in the crowd?
I'm not sure if for our guys it's a massive thing, but I think they know that they're on watch every time that they play, and if you have ambitions to go to a higher level, that you can control your effort, your energy, your communication, and all of the NBA scouts are not just looking for the skill level that you put out, but what kind of teammate you would be in the NBA, and I think our guys shine pretty well in that area.
You've got so many guys in this group that are either returning from last year or from previous years with Lee and White and these types. How much of a leg up does that give you, do you think, with the chemistry and stuff going into a new season?
Yeah, the understanding of our culture and our standards and what we expect. It's good to not have to, it's good to refresh it and make sure that everyone is on the same page in that area, but to not have to dive heavily into the teaching of what's required at this club. The basketball changes all the time. We were, 2 years ago we were doing things differently with our X's and O's. So you still got the learning curve of coming through pre-season and making sure that you connect with your teammates and find the greatest advantages together. So the Blitz is great for that.
What went into the decision to elevate a catch? What was the ultimate deciding factor in that?
Yeah, difficult decision. We always had it as wanted to elevate someone within our system, and I think the deciding factors were, the IQ that we saw and just the upside, that how well he picked things up. It was a great work ethic from him. The body is still an area that we think we're going to see really significant improvements as well. But I think for a position on the roster that you can play over multiple positions, and he shoots basketball really well, he's rebounding at a high level, and there were 2 areas we identified to say, let's add more shooting and let's get our rebounding up a level. And so, congratulations to him and getting that last spot on the roster.
There have been a bunch of preseason games around the league. We've seen most teams now. Are there trends you're seeing? Is there anything that's sort of caught your eye watching some of those games?
We saw, in the Brisbane game, I think, Harrison was their bigs are at a really high level right now, and so we see a style of, how they play pick and roll, throw it in the post a little bit more than some other teams, and then we saw the opposite with Southeast, just about how they can stretch her out, use their pace, and shoot the 3 ball. And so, I think again there's going to be really good variety in our league, and when you put a team together, you can't just play a small ball style or be able to defend a small ball style. You need to be able to defend big ball as well. And I think we're fairly happy with the roster that we put together to be able to cater for both styles.
Shay Ellie, we're speaking too soon. How's his off-season been, and how well placed is he going into a new year?
Yeah, fantastic. Obviously had a great, Tall Blacks campaign. Came off that one with that scoring kind of edge, and I think that was good for him playing at Sandy in the off season to take on a little bit more of a scoring load as well. And so, yeah, definitely added a few extra moves, to his bag right now. Everyone's trying to find him in transition and allow his pace to be a great advantage for us. And then his connection at the defensive end and getting into the basketball and creating havoc is at a really high level. So conditioning's at a really good point for him. And at times we can play him 3-minute bursts, 4-minute bursts, but I think he's ready for some 5-minute bursts that he can play at a really high level as well.
So a guy at his age, in his 30s, still showing improvement like that, is that sort of a key to get that little bit of improvement across the board from each of you guys?
Yeah, it's probably, we talk about, your bigs kind of getting, as they get a little older, they probably get a little bit better. And there comes a point with guards where, if you do lose any of your speed or different things, but he just hasn't. And, I think he's still the quickest on our squad and that we haven't seen any decline, in that one. And I think he's in his peak right now for these next few years, and be great to see what he can do, scoring the basketball and having the ball in his hands in key moments this year.